What?
You want to put on a video here? Nice, nice, nice. There we go. So that's correct. We got our 2 flat here for the E. We'll bold that, underscore that, highlight that. Can you correct me here with these? I have 2 mistakes written on this location here. 2 mistakes here in the numbers. Our E Phrygian is a 2 flat. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
How about the D Dorian? Is that a 6? Is that correct or incorrect?
Two.
It's not a 2 because remember a 2 is going to be the same for all the minors. You got to tell me which one's special about the D. It's definitely a 6, but is it a 6 or is it a 6 flat? It is a 6. Very good. Excellent. So that is correct. Which means that we now have to update something down here. In the minor intervals, we're allowed to actually use... What can I add in here?
6.
Yeah, we're allowed to use that 6. Isn't that interesting? We actually are allowed to use more intervals here in the minor than we are in the major. It's curious. Let's make sure we're correct about this too. I think that's true. So yeah, because we have that. And then here, well, is this correct? Is G Mixolydian? Is that 7 over here? Is that right?
Sounds like.
Well, it is a 7. Is it a 7 or a 7 flat though? Which one is it?
7.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So 7 would be here. Is that correct for G Mixolydian?
No, 7 flat then.
It's the 7 flat, correct, okay. Let's go on here. Bam. And how about here for 4, for the Lydian for 4, is that correct?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. 4 flat. 5 flat.
It's close.
4 sharp.
Sharp, alright, very good. Bam. So now we've got everything written correctly. Alright. I want to make sure we distinguish these things because these numbers are important. Alright, even though maybe like, you know, they're close, it's got to be exact.
Are those the notes that make them like sound different?
Yeah, exactly. These are the notes these are the special sauces. You see how we've got the original sauce here in C Ionian? What's the original sauce? What are the 2 numbers that are the original sauce? In C, for example. The original sauce. This would be
1 5 1 3 5.
Those are already there, right? And then but there's more numbers, right? So the triads, we've already kind of established the triads as being a given. But what about the other numbers? In the major,
Right?
hmm?
2 and 4.
2, 4, there's more.
6,
6,
7.
7, awesome. These are the original sauce. Let's, yeah. And over here, what are the original sauce over here?
2, 4, 6.
I want more specifics.
6,
And
7 flat.
excellent. All right, so we just want to be congruent. We just want to have everything sort of correct and congruent there, so we're not we don't get confused anywhere. Consistencies. Notice how we have less major intervals. Oh wait, we're missing one from the major side. What are we missing?
1. No.
We've got our 2, we've got our 4, we've got our 4 sharp, we have our 6, we have our 7.
7 sharp.
That doesn't exist. It's close though.
6 sharp.
Not 6 sharp.
But 7 flat.
7 flat, that's correct. It's the same thing. It's, keep in mind that they'll be the same thing. 6 sharp or 7 flats can be the same thing, but it can't be called a 6 sharp. It doesn't work like that.
Where does that come from? Like 7, 6 flat.
Where does that 7 flat come from? Right here. See, it's the mixolydian, the major mixolydian.
Oh.
We can use that over here. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's give these some colors so that way you kind of understand how they feel as well. How does 2 flat feel?
How does 2 flat feel?
What does it feel like? And I kind of describe them in writing here. E Phrygian, right? 2 flat. If I were to give this a color, yeah. Let's give it a red. How about that? It's like evil. 2 is gonna be normal. 4 is gonna be normal. How about a 6? Flat. What does a 6 flat sound like? I guess we'll put that as normal. What about the 6 though? What about the 6 over here? If we call melancholy, searching feeling, why don't we give that like a blue? Oh no, we gotta put the 7 flat. That's blues. This one, we'll put that as purple. Maybe, something like that. Just fill out these colors here. 2, 4. This one, let's put that as a green. This one.
What is the 7 flat on D? Or no, D? 6?
Yeah, you're allowed to have the 7 flat in the D. That works. Keep in mind that the original sauce, you're allowed to use these for any of these as long as you don't have any conflicting numbers. So 6 flat and 6 don't work. You have to substitute that. You got your 6, it's normal. How about the 7 flat? Here we're gonna put that blue, right? And then the 7 here is normal. I think this works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, just a little bit of color coding so it makes sense. So we're gonna play our E. To give us a little bit of flavor there, as we're playing with our triad. We're mainly going to be focusing on playing triads. But we're going to throw in one additional note. In this case, or two. Sounds pretty sick. I'm just using 1-3 flat, 5, 8, and our 2 flat right here. I'm gonna highlight that. So keep in mind we're gonna be doing riff making, so let's make some good riffs here. Go for it.
It's a good riff.
Well, you kind of heard what I was doing there. We want to repeat things. That's essentially how you make riffs. You repeat it. So this isn't something you're just going to keep changing all the time. You solidify it. You repeat it a bunch of times. 4 times.
Is that a riff?
That's okay. Keep going. Repeat it. We're just let's stick with these 3 there. Yeah, here we go. Can we repeat this stuff? Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff that's similar, but it's not repeating.
Yep.
How about this? Same thing here. Play that, right? That's kind of what you're playing.
What?
But you, huh?
It's similar to what I played, right?
Yeah. It was basically, I heard that kind of what you were playing, but you didn't repeat it. So I heard it once or twice in there, but once you kind of hear something that sounds okay, you gotta try to repeat it again. All right, just get that going. Let's make it shorter. Let's make it shorter, just like this. Finish on that too. You got it. You got it. Let's try to repeat a few more times. I'm not really hearing that repetition. You're kind of getting it, but kind of it's kind of not the same every time. You don't want to get it
Yep.
a few times. Get that riff going.
Okay.
There we go. See, now it's starting to become more like a riff. I'm hearing the repetition here. Okay, so remember the 4 stages of improv real quick here? Do you remember what they are? Stage 1 of improv, we'll just freaking do it like that, because otherwise... Stage 1, what is that?
Stage 1 is...
There's 4.
That's a lot of stages.
Let's see if we can remember these. It's important to remember what stage of improvising you're actually working on, so that way you can keep your attention focused on the correct thing. Part 1?
First stage.
What's the first stage? What do we call it?
Figuring out.
Figuring out?
Yeah.
What do we do when we figure things out? Can you describe that a little bit better?
You try to make it sound good.
Trying to make it sound good? That's gonna be stage 4.
What?
What do you mean by trying to make it sound good?
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of describe whatever stage you're thinking of. It's totally fine. Just try to describe what you're thinking of. What does that mean when you make it sound good?
Try to follow the note pattern.
Try to follow the note patterns. What else? Try to make it sound good while you're following the note patterns.
Yep.
And
Try and keep it simple.
keeping it simple. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're starting. I feel like you're describing stage 4. What else can you tell me about stage 4? Isn't this the ultimate stage? What would we do in the ultimate stage of improvising? This conversation that we're having right now, isn't it kind of like an improv in English? I don't have anything scripted here. You're not scripting anything, right?
Yep.
So what do we call it when we can speak to each other improvising?
Creating?
Creating? What do you call it when you're really good at a language? What do you call that? Fluency. That's stage 4, fluency. When you're gonna follow the music and make it sound as good. Make it sound good, like it fits. Okay, that's stage 4. All right, well, we're not there yet. We don't want to do that right now. All right, maybe a little bit, but not really. We're not gonna focus on that. All right. It's gonna help us. What we're doing in this stage is gonna help us with stage 4.
Yeah, what are we doing then?
There are 3 more stages. What do we do in the different stages of improv? What do you have to do before you improvise? Like, you can't improvise unless you do stage 1. It's impossible.
Stage 1. Follow the note pattern.
Yeah, basically you have to do the note patterns, right? You gotta do drilling, alright, which is basically practice the scales and positions, right? You just gotta go up and down. Alright, pretty simple stuff. That's drilling. Are we doing drilling right now?
No.
Nah, so we're doing something else, right? It's not drilling, and it's not fluency. It's not stage 1, it's not stage 4. What are the other 2 stages? We got some more stuff. 2 more stages. It's really important to separate these.
don't know.
What else could we do during improvising?
Play some random notes.
Play some random notes. Which one is that one? I call it discovery. Playing random notes and random shapes. Is that what we're doing here in this one? Am I having you play random notes and random shapes?
No.
What was that?
No.
No, right? I'm not, right? So we're doing something else. We're doing stage 3 right now. What are we doing here? What am I having you do? We're going to call this forced sloppiness. That's what we do in discovery. We force sloppiness. What are we doing here in 3? Follow the
preset pattern.
Kind of.
Following rules.
Yeah, following the rules, right? So you gotta follow a set of rules. Follow the rules. You know, and you're going to have guidelines or restrictions. And restrictions. This will help you to get control of your guitar playing. Okay? This is what we're focusing on right here. I want you to get really full control of your guitar playing. You notice how I had you keep playing that riff a few times over and over again because you didn't have full control over it. It was kind of like, you almost got it, but I wanted you to really take the wheel. I wanted you to really drive it and control your playing. So your notes really sounded like you... So you really have like control over what you're doing, and you're not just playing random stuff. Maybe a little bit of the random stuff, a little bit of the fluency, but it's mostly control.
Yep.
That was a good riff. Now what we need to do is follow some more variations. Create variations here. Rules and restrictions, variations. I'd like you to go ahead and try to change the endings. You've got your beginning. Now, create some endings. Can you go ahead and take the little switch here on your guitar and flip it to the bottom side? Towards the ground?
It's at the bottom.
Flip it towards the ground. Yeah, okay, that's there already. Can you turn the tone knobs all the way up? All the knobs all the way up.
That's going to be sounding so high.
Can you turn your amp down? Okay, let's make it like that. You should just keep playing the guitar as you're twisting the volume. Keep testing it. I noticed students tend not to do that. You gotta keep playing it, and then turn the volume knob. You got it, man. Yeah, no, like keep the volume going like this as you're turning the volume knob. Yeah. There you go. Perfect volume. We have a little bit of effects on that. Can we take those off? That sounds good. Okay, that'll be fine. So let's come up with some endings here. So like, you know, here's some examples. Make sure it's different every time too here.
Or different kind of endings all the time?
Yeah, so different endings every time. You're gonna start the same way though. You got your bass riff, and you're gonna keep changing the endings, trying new things. That's good. That's good. Yeah, let's keep. Let's switch it around now. Let's start making new endings, new beginnings every time. You're gonna start different, and you're gonna come up with an ending. So you're gonna always end on that too. But every beginning has to be different. That's gonna be crazy. I just played some really intense stuff. Go ahead and try to do that. Let's stick to these locations here. So that's on the 12th fret, but we want to stick to 0, 2, and 5 up here.
Why is that?
0, 2, and 5.
Why is it
See my guitar?
zero?
It's best if we start here and focus on this side. And we end it here. Very good. Nice. I'll give you a hint. Can we use some double stops or chords in here? You notice how I was playing crazy chord? Alright, so this is okay, but there's a problem. There's a slight problem. Remember, we want to stick to the 4/4 timing. Alright, so we're changing timing patterns around here. So let's try to stick to 4/4. But what you're doing is good. You're playing all the right notes. We just have to stick to that 4/4 timing. So you're always landing, like finishing the circle at the same time. You got the circle, you finish at the same place. You got your circle, you finish at the same time. Okay, every time. It's not that easy. I like it. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Now, new variation, new restriction. So the thing is, your rhythm pattern that whole time was essentially the same.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to, create different rhythm patterns. So what we're going to do is you're going to have you keep the same notes, and we're going to do... How about this? There you go. This is going to be a 5, 5/8. And play that.
What do you mean by 5/8?
5/8. Where's the 8? That's a 5/2 there. That's a 2. That's the 8 right there. So 5/8, and then a 3 and a 2. There's a lot of distortion on that. Maybe we can lower that distortion a little bit. Just a little bit. A little loud. Yeah, on your guitar, go ahead and just start to turn the volume down on your guitar a little bit. You can use the knob. Having a little bit of trouble with the volume, eh?
What?
Okay, so 5/8, 3 and 2. It's not quite right. 5/8. I'm not hearing this note. There you go, 5/8. That's a 5/2. Alright, so this is just one finger on the 2nd fret.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and then the 3 and the 2. Well, we want a high 2 in this case. Can you do a high 2? Alright, so this is going to be fret 2 and fret 2, then fret 3 and fret 3 as well. 2, 2, 3, 3. Can you play it like that? Nice and staccato? Can you staccato these? There you go. Well, it was close. Let's try it one more time. We're missing a note.
What?
It's gonna be 2, 2, and then 3 and 3. And I'm naming the frets here now. There we go. Excellent. What numbers are those? What numbers are those?
5.
5 and
1.
5 and 1. Okay, I was calling it an 8, right? Because technically it's an 8, but you could call it a 1 as well. It's not a big deal, right? So 5 and 1, and then
3.
3 and
2.
a 2. All right. So let's use those 4 notes. It's got to be those 4 notes in that order. But actually, let me add one more. I'm gonna add 1 3 after that. One more fret. Alright, so that's gonna be our note order. But you gotta keep changing the rhythms. So let's create one rhythm pattern.
That's the rhythm pattern, right?
Sure, yeah, you can call that a rhythm pattern. Let's create another one.
That different?
You go ahead and try a couple times, and then I'll give you some hints on how you can do this better. Nice. I like that one. Alright, let's create another one. No peeking at the notes here. Let's try to think of... Nice. Try it a few times. Perfect. New one. One works. It works. Alright. So one trick that you gotta try to use here that people tend to forget as guitar players is what? What if you were a drummer? What if you were strumming some chords? What would you do? Would you switch chords that fast?
No.
No, what would you do with each chord?
Play it long.
Play it more times, right?
Right.
So why don't we do that with notes?
Yep.
Why do guitar players always want to keep changing the note immediately? They play once and then they switch it immediately. Why do we want to do that?
Cause easier to show off, maybe like that.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe that is true. Because yeah, it's technically, you know, oh, you're switching the notes fast. You know, you can show off, you can play notes really quickly.
Yes.
But that doesn't make good music, you see. As a drummer, it's not like, you know, you keep switching drums all the time. You tend to want to stick on one for a little bit, you know, play it in multiples, you know. So right, so you kind of get this little thing. Right, so you want to try a little bit of tremolo picking. There was this really cool song where he literally just sits on one note. Keep in mind the 4/4 timing there. Or you could also do 8/4. You don't have to do 4/4. It could be 8/4. Try to make it fit. Try to make it fit. As soon as you play that note, you gotta go back to 1. A little too slow there. Here, I'll play it for you real quick. Do it twice at
How
the
are
end
you
there.
keeping the time?
How am I keeping? I'm just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. It's like timing there. See the problem? Well, yeah, you can use that. Problem with using that is too slow for you. You have to go faster. It's not really gonna work with the match.
Not.
You'd have to like play a different beat for that. Just keep trying, dude. Keep trying to make that beat work. You're close. Do it double tap at the end. You're gonna have to do a faster tap there. Down, down. A little too fast there. There you go. So close. Listen here.
Yeah.
You can do this, man. That could work, but you'd have to pause. It's close.
How is my ending so bad?
Because you can't. You got to remember when does one start again? You know, when does it restart again? When does a circle finish and restart at the same point again? So you can end it any way you want to, because you can do this. You just have to get that beat. It's gonna come. You have to catch it when it's gonna be there. That's good. Nice. That's a good one. Try counting 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like you're gonna have 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, because it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, if you count it, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. What's that? You're gonna have 3 on each, right? Except for the last one, which is 4, right? How much? What's the count?
What if I change it to 2 on each and last one just 1?
I mean, you could do that, but what's 3 times 4 plus 4?
3 times 4 is 12 plus 4, 16 plus
Exactly. Okay, so it's 16, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, it's a beat. It's a common beat that people tend to use. You can hear that, right?
Yep.
See, it's kind of cool. It's one of the Mars Volta beats, one of my favorite beats to use. It's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bit of an uncommon beat. See, here's the problem, man. I ask a lot of sort of friends and stuff and family. I'm like, so when you listen to these songs you guys listen to, right? Like,
Yep.
do you pay attention to the beats in the song?
Nope.
Right. See, most of the time, I get these blank looks. They're like, what do you mean the beats? What do you mean the rhythm? It's just the rhythm. It's just the beat. There's nothing special about it. But that's not true, man. See, it's kind of like music is this pyramid where, you know, over my life I've sort of I was listening to like music in the middle of the pyramid here, which is, I don't know, decent stuff. Pink Floyd, I don't know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Led Zeppelin. They're in the middle of the pyramid. They're kind of trying to reach the top. Every band is obviously trying to, most of them are trying to reach the top of the pyramid. Who can make the best song? Who's gonna make the best music? But I figured out there is basically mainly one thing that separates really skilled musicians from mediocre musicians. What is that? It's basically just one thing.
Having to come up with like simple music.
What was that?
Simple music that catches.
Yeah. Well, what makes simple music that's catchy? I mean, yeah, it's got to be somewhat simple. I mean, it can't be too crazy, but I like crazy, so for me, it's kind of nice. You could do this with simple stuff. It doesn't have to be crazy, but think about music is only really two components, which is what?
Rhythm and melody.
Exactly. You got rhythm and you got notes. I mean, you could say you have different instruments, but technically it's just different notes. So it's like you're basically combining two things. You're combining whatever sound comes out of the instrument and whatever rhythm you can come up with. That's it. That's all you're doing.
Yep.
You see? So a lot of people tend to focus kind of on the instrument part, and they kind of forget that rhythm that's the only thing you have, the only two pieces of music you have. What comes out of your instrument, the sound. People focus so much on that. So many bands are just focusing on the music that comes out, the sound there, and they just kind of forget about rhythm. They just kind of put it there in the sidelines. It's just kind of like, oh, it's the rhythm. Let's focus on the notes coming out. And that's why, when we're talking about why do guitar players tend to use their fingers so much and keep changing notes, is because they forget about the rhythm. People forget about the rhythm. So that's why we gotta keep working on this. Try a couple more rhythm patterns, and then we can call it a day. Now, I'll give you another hint. We have this sequence of notes we can use. Why don't we start on a different note? I'm gonna keep the order the same. We're gonna start on this 2. See? We start on that 2. You're starting on the 5. We're gonna start on the 2. Where's the 2?
This one, right? No, this one.
That's an 8. That's a 3.
What?
It seems like that's a 2, but it's not the right 2. You find that note? It's a 2. It's not the second fret. No, that's the second fret. I'm talking about a 2.
This is the third fret.
That's the second fret.
No.
If it's not the second fret, then you get the guitar tuned wrong.
It's the third. Oh, this is the third string, second fret.
Third string, second fret? That's here.
Yeah.
That's the fourth string, second fret.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to the one fret up.
That 5 though, right? One fret up.
Yeah, do you know which?
Oh, this one?
There you go. That's a 2.
How did that become 2?
That's a 2, right? For E?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start on that note. We're gonna keep the order the same though. So 2, 3, back to that 5, the 8, back to the 3. It's the same order from before. We're just starting. You know, here's your circle, right? Your circle. We're starting on a different spot. Remember what the circle was?
I lost it.
We have a 2 and a 3 on the same string. 2 and a 3. You got it. I'm speaking in terms of, you know, interval numbers. So 2 and a 3. And then we have a 5 and an 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. Where's the 8? Right below it. And then the last 3. There you go. Alright, perfect. So when you do it like this, where you start on a different note, you play your little circle, but you're just starting in a different spot, it's going to give you, just like that, it's just going to give you bonus rhythm patterns, you see? Because that wasn't available previously. Or
Better.
see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
I'm
How do you
looping.
pattern like
Huh?
with the note?
Can you repeat that?
How do you make rhythm patterns with the same note?
I pretend that I'm a drummer. Don't you ever tap out beats?
Yep.
Yeah. So, also, I use these tactics where I use tremolo picking. I start on different notes. I try to get there faster. and then I loop. Notice I looped it twice?
Yeah.
It sounds so cool.
Yep.
So like I'm always trying to make beats and I'm doing it all the time, all day long, nonstop with my fingers, with whatever I got. Right? And so then you go to your guitar and all you gotta do is just play a few notes and then you play your beat. You see? So I don't think really too much. I think like a guitar player too, but I mainly first of all focus like a drummer. I just try to come up with little beats and then I just apply it over whatever scale you got. You see? That's the secret, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, you go. Try to get the order right, though. You almost had it. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now here's what's crazy, man, because that rhythm pattern you just played is the same rhythm pattern I was trying to get you to play on the other one, except you did it perfectly this time, over and over and over again. You got it perfect. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But because we switched the notes around, it may
Yeah.
have been easier for you to sort of get the sound of it. Can you come up with another rhythm pattern in this position? I'll give you a hint. Get there faster.
Get where back?
Anywhere. Get to the 5 faster. Get to the 5 faster. We gotta play the order right. We're starting on a 2.
Oh, you have to go there same way.
Alright, stay on the 5 for a little bit though. Stay on your 5. See how I got there faster and I stayed on it? Play it twice, play it twice. And then finish. Finish quick, because you don't have much time left. You can do whatever you want there.
Okay, I don't know how it fits into that same time. I think I should put like some background music so I can like come up with like different rhythm patterns and try to be in the same like.
I don't think that's
Same
really
length?
gonna help too much. I think
How
it's
do I
I think
maintain
it's
the length?
best if even if you're a little off, because what's gonna happen if you put a rhythm behind you, all of a sudden you're gonna play with a rhythm, and that's not what we want.
Yeah.
We want you to play different rhythms, and it's gonna be really hard if you already got a rhythm there. So I would prefer that you're a little off. You know, it's not a big deal. I kind of let you get away with it a little bit. Start over. That's good. Perfect. Sure, that works. Right? You're gonna have to start a little bit sooner at the end of that, but that was really, really close. Just finish, because you're kind of adding in an extra. I would suggest to cut the last note. And on the 3. And then start over. Nice. Now, can you loop this twice over? So once you're done with this kind of thing, that doesn't work. How about that? That's so weird.
Okay. I think that's good for today. I'm going to sleep.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, man. What do you think is the best way to get good at this stuff here? You don't even have
Trying,
to use your guitar.
trying to come up with like different rhythm.
Yeah, basically. Anytime, like, you're just sitting. Anytime during the day, you can be listening to music. You don't have to be listening to music. Anytime during the day, anytime you want, you start making a beat. You beatbox with your, I don't know. You could do that. You could use 2 fingers. You could use 1 finger. You could use, your knees. You could use tabletops. Make beats. If you make beats, you're gonna become a musician. If you can't make beats, it's gonna be really hard to become a musician. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
Because remember that music is simply beats and notes together. That's it. That's all we got. So if you make beats, that's half of it.
Okay.
The other half is going to be improved by your music theory knowledge, your technique skill, and your ear training ability. And those, basically just those 3 things, right? Those 3 things combined, and then you got the other half is beats. So, like, think of it like that. It's like, if you want to try working on the other half, it's going to require 3 separate skills. You got to be good at music theory, you got to be good at your technique, and you got to be good at ear training. That's like 3 different skills you got to get good at to get good at melodies. But to get good at beats, you just got to get good at beats. It's really easy to become a drummer.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, even just like little kids, they can beatbox like crazy, right? You've heard beatboxers, right? They're just little kids. They're beatboxing like nuts. You get a pencil and you're like tapping on a desk and you're just like, you just like, you just make stupid little beats like that. You could do anything, but you have to get good at beats. That's half of the guitar playing, half of music making. All right, man, I'll let you go. That was good stuff.
All right.
Have a good night, man. Yeah.